What is up, you guys? We are live. It's your boy HOUTX Trader. And yeah, we're going to be trading, guys, today. We're going to be trading US30, Gold, and NASDAQ. Guys, this is for trading only. This is not financial advice. If you need financial advice, please go see a financial planner. All right, guys, let's share this screen real quick. Share screen. Let's do the entire screen. There we go. Bam. Here we are, guys. Hey, thanks you very much. If you guys are watching this video and you like this video, smash that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, help your boy out with the algorithm. So, all right, guys, I am in a gold sell. Just took it a little while ago, or right about that orange line. All right, so we're in sales. My TP is down here. I'm in a NAS buy from last night, and we are, ooh, damn, I did not want to see that. All right, we're in a NAS buy off of this wick right here from yesterday, and I'm pretty sure I re-entered into another position right around there somewhere. And then we're also in a US30 buy. This is going to be a rough day for me. Well, this is what happens when you put all of your little eggs in one little basket. Yeah, maybe my broker is somewhat locked up right now because I don't see the prices changing. So let me just exit out of this and let's go back into it. Well, my stop loss is down here. My stop loss would be at the 1.1 on all of these trades. Yeah, we're going into some good old drawdown here, boys. The only thing that's a profit right now is Goldilocks. Oh, wait a second. I hate it when it does that with the symbols. Oh, we just hit stop loss on something. So, yep, both of my NASDAQs just hit stop loss. So there's down 0.8%. That sucks. What happened, NASDAQ? Did it gap down or something? Jesus, NASDAQ. Okay, so So not a big deal. We were being a little bit risky there. So let's regroup and let's find where the real opportunity is. Okay. So there's the opportunity right there. That's what we should have been waiting for. So let me delete this. We now have our buy zone in, so we're there. Where is these take profits? Right? So there it is right there. There's the second leg. There's our TP. This is where our real entry should have been. So, okay, now let's look at, since we're out of that, we have some time. Let's look at this dirty 30. Fuck me. Dude, so here's the problem, man, is I took that sell right there and this stupid thing gapped up and knocked me out. But that was the sell. And that was the first leg. And really, that was the position I really wanted to be into. But now I'm taking buys, playing the opposite direction when really that was it. That was the area. And the 236 is the TP. So there's probably a good chance that I'm going to lose this too, but then I'm just going to need to get back into buys right there. We are oversold on the RSI, so nothing I can do about that. I am double positioned. So, I mean, if that's going to, so, the good thing is if these are tanking off, hopefully the gold will follow suit because I am in gold sales right there. Overbought. We had a double top with the RSI getting less powerful. So, yeah. Nothing I can do about NASDAQ except for re-enter. Getting challenged with flash running. Do you have something? I don't know what he says. Do you have something? We are live. Do you have an affiliate link? Yeah, buddy. Oh yeah, I have an affiliate link. What you think? Okay, let's do this here. Give me a minute, guys. We're maybe gonna get back in this NAS trade here in a second. Let me go to my Discords. Okay. Oh, put this back up. So our gold is in profit and our US30. I really think that this is just a liquidity grab. And so, look, I'm willing to shoot another bullet then. Let's hit this next bullet. We're oversold. We're oversold. We're oversold. We're just not divergent on anything yet. And so market hasn't even opened really. So you know what? I'm still confident in the fact that this NAS is going to buy up. I like this area a lot. So let's just call this 18,124. I'm going back to my broker. I'll put another position in 18,124. So what are my, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to look at my other positions so I know my lot sizes. And we were at like 0.8 and a 0.5. So we're going to go cash, new order, pending order. I want my stop loss then to be, let's look at this. I'm about to enter another one here. All right. If this is the trade that I'm looking to take right here, come on, stupid thing. Right there. Need my stop loss to be right there. So it's going to be 17986. Stop loss is 17986. 17986. My entry then is going to be 18122. 18122. And then I need this to be probably like a 0.8. We're going to come down on that a bit because that's a little too high. Let's do a 0.6. That looks good. Buy limit. All right. I have a buy limit in now on NASDAQ. There's my buy limit right there. My TP then needs to be right where this red line is, will be the double top. 18472. 18472. Let's go to take profit. 18472. 18472. Save that. I don't very much take profit. I mean, that's just a 2-to-1 trade. That doesn't seem right. 18472. 18472. This is telling me it's a 2.5. Okay. I mean, it's just a big ass stop loss, I guess. But I mean, that's kind of where it's got to be. We'll decrease the stop. So what happens if this trade goes and starts going to profit, then we'll just start shaving off. But it is what it is for now. I'm not going to second guess it. My dirty 30 trade, it's clearing this out. I was kind of, you know what? I was worried about this because usually with my strategy, I want the liquidity to get taken first before we look for buy entries. And so really the real entry is right here at this 88.6. That's the real entry. All right. And we can take profit, you know, in this area here in case it doesn't want to set a new high. That'll be our TP1. But we're hoping that it holds this. We're hoping that it holds this right here. If not, we'll have to pop another one lower. Just take that L and pop another one. But we'll see. And this is also kind of sketchy because you know, all three of these trades are not perfect. But our stop loss, at least on this one's like right here. So we're not have a very big stop loss on this. And then we want the TP1 to be probably in this. So on my Goldie, take profit is 2205. So yeah, right in this area, 2205. Which again would be this area. Right? 2205 would be the top of these candles. It's also the 61.8 extension right in there. So Goldie's doing its thing. We got to watch this 30. And unfortunately, NAS got us knocked out of that first position, which sucks because I was in pretty good profit yesterday. Again, we took that entry and I was in 100. Was it that one? It was in one of these and I was up, 100 pips. And I didn't protect, but it's all good. Yeah, we were up, almost 100 pips. So that's okay. 1, 2. This is the third leg of the Elliott wave. So now we can find the reversal, right? 1, 2. Third leg of the Elliott. We need to find it right here at the 236 extension, and that's our reversal. And liquidity has been taken out, so all good in the hood. Let's see if we have anyone on the stream. Do we have any people? We got 2 people. What up, all 2 people? Put some in the comments so I know who's in here with us. So we're waiting for this NASDAQ buy to trigger right here at the 236 at the 18123 area. 18123 is where I'm looking for my NASDAQ. Let's see what I actually typed in. 18122 is actually what I typed in. We have a rather large stop loss on this because we're playing this fib and we're playing the double top. Really, we'd like to see this. Obviously, this market is bullish. We'd like to see this thing hit at least an extension or two. So as of right here, it's just a 2.5 to 1 trade, but really we'd want to see it this one for a 3.5 to 1. So we will maybe this is the trade we just let this one go. I'm not go as and don't take it, but as go as let's see if we can hit the full TP before we take partials. All right. So let's just do that. You know what? 18605. I'm going to modify my take profit to 18605. 18605. We're going to save that. And so now is now a 3 to 1 trade in my broker, and I'm going to let that go. I'm not going to fuck with it. It's going to hit TP or it's not going to hit TP. It is what it is. And how am I? The markets are just crazy today, man. That's not what I want to see. I've already taken 1 L. I don't want to take fucking 3. So there's our Goldie, which is crazy because we're going against gold momentum. And we're about to lose this one too. Which sucks, man. That really sucks. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not going to get over emotional about it, obviously, but it does suck because that stupid gap open took us out, and that was really the trade that I called out, and that was really the trade that I thought was going to happen, was that sell-off. And we got in right in this area, and the stupid Easter thing knocked us out, which sucks because I mean, I called that shit. Stupid Easter fucking weekend. I mean, we'd have been in 600 pips right now. Easy. That was a banger of a trade. Whatever. It happens. Lesson learned. I need to put that in my candle. Fucking be wary of the Friday holiday and long weekend. Don't take trades on Thursdays. If you do, close them out. I was really hoping I was in the trade, to be honest with you. I was in the trade and it would gap, and it would gap down. I'd be fucking profits and then would sink off. But it needed liquidity. It got to take out those highs before it did that. This is gonna fucking hit stop loss for sure. Yeah, I mean, there's no reason. If I was a smart trader, which apparently I'm not, I would be. I'd be closing out these shorts and just closing out partials, and maybe not close the entire thing, but at least closing it so where I don't take the full L. But it is what it is. I'm gonna let it go. Fuck it. Just need to see how far away I am from the damn stop loss. Okay. So it gives me a better representation. 39,250 would apparently is what my stop loss is on this. 39,251 is my stop loss. And I just do not like this candle. I do not like this price action at all. I think that we're going to fucking lose this trade. Let's look at the 30-minute. I mean, it's just sinking, but we are divergent as hell. I mean, look at that. All right. Third touch. You guys know I like 3 touches. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Look at the RSI. Up, up, and double bottoming on that RSI right there. So if we draw a little line on this little peak, that is basically, we want to hold right there. But we don't have much fucking room to go before we hit stop loss anyways. Hopefully this is the turnaround. Let's see what Goldie's doing. Goldie on the 1 hour overbought. And we see, this is the reason why I took the gold trade. Again, I need to be looking for buys and all these because the market's so bullish. But basically what we had is a double top. All right. So I'm playing the double top. I'm also playing the Fibonacci 88.6 was closing below. Right. It wicked up, but it kept rejecting. So I was like, yo, look at the RSI is overbought here. And on the next top, it's getting weaker. So it's like a double top. And technically that is higher. I mean, that is not the prettiest divergent, but if you look at that, that is in an upward direction. And the RSI is clearly going weaker. So I was playing the double top rejection. We can play double tops and double bottoms. And let's see if we can't hit the extension down here, because this is also the support and resistance level here, this box, right? So that's what I was playing. I can take this stupid magnet off. So I'd like to see this price come back down into the 61.8. And this is also hopefully the area where the trend line meets, right? So this gives us time for this to push all the way down to here. before we can see a bounce. All right. So we have the extension there. We have the extension here. It's going to be somewhere in this box is where I'll be looking to take profit, the majority of my profit, and then see if we can't catch a runner for it to continue to tank off. But again, then, if this does break, people are trend line traders and they're going to be entering in more sells here. So we'll have to play that and see how that goes. But I'll be taking the majority of my profit off right there. And then if we also do the Fibby from here to there, top to bottom, we have this, which is the 78.6, which is where buyers will be looking to step back in. No, yeah, you can lock it if you want. Fuck it. Let's do buy zone. Bingo. All right. So that's what we're waiting for on Goldie. That's the sell that we're in, and that's my thinking behind it. It's not terribly flawed. I'd rather be in buys because we wanted to go with the flow of the market, but hey, it is what it is. Same thing. That's why I'm in these buys here. I'm going with the flow of the market. I do think this is a sell opportunity. Again, I was in sales from up here. Stupid thing knocked me out on that liquidity grab. But if I was, this technically is a high. This is technically a new high. So this is the order block that should hold, right? Unless it's this order block, right? Let me delete some of this stuff and clean this up for us. So let's delete that last brush. Where's that last brush? Right here. Bingo. Let's delete all this shit too. Let's delete this arrow. Let's delete. Right, leave those there. So let's look at this area. If this is our buy zone from this fib, from actually not from this one, from this top, right, the very top to the bottom. There's our buy zone. We see it, right? So now let's draw a fib from this bottom there. The 61.8 is in the middle of that. Damn it, dude, it's going to hit fucking stop loss. 61.8 sitting right there, which is right in the middle of our buy zone. The extension is right here, right? The 88.6 is right there. I mean, that's where it's going to turn around. I mean, right there, right where our stop loss is, 39,163. Our stop loss is, well, 39,251. So yeah, I mean, yeah. So we're going to put another, we're going to do another buy in. I mean, that's all there is to it right here. 39,178. 39,178. That would be it. Yeah, 39,178 right there. So if that's going to be my entry, I'm playing this fib right here. And so the stop loss would be right there. We're just getting in too early, man. That's just is all the point. That's the whole thing of this. We got into these buys too early. NASDAQ proved it. Continue to sell off. We're not in our entry yet, but we are on the trend line, right? We could actually probably dial this trend line in just a bit better. That wick. I always think if you're doing trend lines, always go to the wick. Always go to the lowest one. It seems to be where the action is. It's always for some reason kind of want to tighten the trend line up sometimes to hit this bottom. Whatever. It's never the case. The case is always the bottom of the wick. All right, the bottom. So I'm feeling comfortable about that buy on NASDAQ. And I'm not feeling comfortable about this. This is going to hit stop loss, but our re-entry here is right there. So you're asking me, well, why don't I just move the stop loss that was up here, down, right? And yeah, I'm thinking about it. But again, I don't want to over leverage. I mean, I don't want to get into the habit of moving my stop losses. That was the initial trade. So it's more like of a mental thing. If I take the loss, I take the loss, but it's more of a mental thing. Like I'm not moving my stop loss. That's where my stop loss was. That's where I'm putting it. That's where it's going to say 39,176. I'm going to put another entry in. 30 pending 39,176. Our stop loss then needs to be right here at 38,956. 38,956. 38,956. All right. Our pending order 38,956. I want my entry price to be 39,176. 39,176. All right. And then our lot size should probably be like all right, take profit. We're gonna fucking go to the moon on this one. We're gonna go up here and look at these doubles up here. We're gonna go right here. 4,200. Let's just call it 4,200. 40200. Take profit. 40200. Buy limit. If that buy limit hits and hits take profit, that would be 4%. And the NASDAQ we just put in would be 3%. So we're looking at 7% if we hit both of those trades. Unfortunately, I'm only up now 2% in my account, but I'm actually only up 1.3% because I'm in drawdown for US30 that's about to hit stop loss any second now. So it is what it is. It is what it is, gentlemen. Goldie is currently in profit. So again, for some reason, Goldie, NASDAQ at 30 have all been moving in the same direction. I don't understand that. That's pretty odd. Thanks for the one person that's hanging around. Appreciate it. Let's go to the dot card. Cancel. Let's not leave that. Don't do that. Let's go to the dot card. Let's copy this. I have to bring my daughter to school, so we're not going to be on here all morning long. The apes. Let's go in here. The bandits. Let's go to the flash funding. Let's go to training. Not allowed to put the link on there. They get butthurt. Let's go to the tellies. Badass trade talk. You see it here. All right. We'll minimize that. Okay. So what do we got going here? We got US30 that apparently is teetering on my stop loss. We are a few pips. We are, I don't know, 10, 15 pips away from the stop loss on Dirty 30. Hey, it is what it is. We are in for 1% on that. So, I mean, I don't want to lose 1%. It is what it is. But again, I'm not over leveraged. So we're right at 1% loss on that. Our gold is in very small drawdown, like basically break even. So we have another here. So here's the real trade. What I should have done, and I knew better when I took these trades, is this is liquidity, right? We need to see liquidity get broken, and then we need to find our Fibonacci on the other side of that, which is clearly right here at the 236.80. That's the real trade. It's unfortunate I'm about to take a 1% loss before I get into the fucking real trade. The NASDAQ is the same deal. I mean, look at all of this liquidity sitting right in this area, right? I should have waited for it to get taken out and then bought up. But I saw this bottom, I saw this liquidity, and I took this entry right there. As you can see, I've explained it a million times and took the L on that one. It's all good because I'm about to get this second one. That's also the completion of the Elliott wave. So I could have been more patient and waited for the Elliott wave to complete. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. How do we find our best entries on the Elliott wave? Is we Fibonacci the second leg, which is this here to this bottom there. Right. We then look for the TP extension, which is 236 right here, which matches up with our 78.88.6 buy zone right there. And price is also really close to this trend line. So we should be able to see this trend line rejection, 88.6 rejection or 786 rejection, excuse me, and the Fibonacci extension TP on that second leg. That should be the plan. So We got in a little early and we lost that trade, or I lost that trade. No big deal. We're about to get into another one right now. The RSI is just now getting oversold, and so that was probably my major mistake. I bought here when the RSI wasn't over sold, breaking my rules. It is what it is. Where are we at on the divergent? We are not divergent on the 3, but we are still not divergent here either. Pending order has been activated, so apparently I'm in the NASDAQ trade. So we'll just put it right there. We're in NASDAQ. Okay, we're in NAS again for the second time. Try to hopefully make up that money that we had lost before. Goldie is now back at break even, and we are still in good drawdown on 30. Again, on 30, I think we're going to lose that trade, or I'm going to lose it. I keep saying we, the what's the word? Not pejorative. What's the universal we? All right, so we're in NAS. This is our stop loss. We're good to go. All right. We have the support, and we have the support resistance zone. So I mean, also too. So like, what I like to do then is go to the higher time frames. Let's say the 8-hour. Zoom in, and then go to the line chart, and perhaps I wasn't on the 4-hour. You see how this area and this area here. You see how this is like a zone, a support and resistance zone. So this is how I like to do it. Go to the line chart. It makes it easier where you can see the ups and the downs, and you put a little line there, put a little box there like I did, and you can use that as an additional confirmation. So you have our Fibonacci, which is our main indicator, if you will, our main strategy. We have the second leg of the extension. We have a trend line. We have support resistance zone, and we have the RSI. Like, we're stacking so many confirmations for this to buy up. And if it loses, it's just like it's fucking fluke. You know what I mean? It's just one of those kind times that the market's going to do what the market's going to do. But we put ourselves in the best position to win this NASDAQ trade because we've got trend line 1, Fibonacci 2, second leg extension 3, support and resistance zone 4, oversold RSI 5. And we were sitting at 5 different reasons why this thing should buy up right here, right now. So when you're trading these things, you need 5, 6, 7 different and liquidity. There's another one. Liquidity has been taken out, and now we have a goal and we have liquidity on top. So there's 7, there's 8. So liquidity being taken out would be 6, excuse me, and then liquidity on top sitting there will be 7. So it's 7 different reasons why this NASDAQ should buy up, and hopefully this does buy up and we smash this trade, in which case I don't give a shit about those losses that we took earlier. I don't give a damn, and we're fucking all good in the hood. Goldie is in profit. So again, this is why you play the R to R game. You can take a couple 1% losses if I'm going to bang a 4 or 5% on the other side. So fuck it. It is what it is. Let's go Goldie. And again, if I hit this Goldie trade, there's another 3% sitting right there. So, it is what it is. I'm not going to get some sort of feeling. We're getting ever closer to this US30 hitting stop loss. The minute this US30 hits stop loss, which is probably going to happen, and I already set this other limit, didn't I? Pending orders. Let me see. Yeah, so I'm already in another position right below it. So guys, as traders, what we need to do then, open positions. Let me just change these symbols. Okay. So as traders, what we need to do is we need to get up in the morning. We need to do our routine. I don't have not a single I got 7 people. What up, all 7 people? Hey, if you guys are in here, throw something in the chat so I know who's streaming with me today. Okay. Throw something in here so we know. Let me copy this link. Let me come here. Let me post this. All right. There's my dot card. So, guys, this fucking US30 is about to hit. So if you're not in the US30 buy, congratulations. Don't put your buy right here at this area right here. 177, like right in that area. That's where I have mine at. That's going to be the best chance. Now look at this. This RSI, the 1 hour, 2 hours oversold. 1 hour is oversold. Unfortunately, it is not divergent, but we are getting, clearly oversold. This though is, look at the smaller time frames, is divergent already. All right. Oversold, 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 but this is way lower, but it's way higher up here on this. So you know what divergent is? If you don't, go look at my strategies, and you can figure out what divergence is. So, man, this is almost a good time to take 30 right now. If you haven't, I mean, you're at the 78.6. At 30 likes the 88.6, and you also have the TP extension right here, the 236, and this is the top of the order block. So if this is the order block right here, right, and we just extend that out right there, you were almost at the top of the order block. So perhaps you'd be just a little more patient, but you're getting into the top of the order block now as well. So, um, yeah, we've got a bunch of reasons. Let's look at NASDAQ and look at their order blocks. Let's come back out to the 1 hour, reset this. Where's the order block? So there it is right there. So look at this consolidation all right here and the stack of candles, right? This whole area, if you will. Let me just back this up. Look at this order block right there. Those orders, this consolidation, this block of orders led to this gigantic pop off, right? That led to this breaking out and taking off. All right. So right now, where's the market? The market is getting into the top of the order block, which is getting into all of our areas we've said before. So on top of the 6 or 7 confirmations we said before, now we have another 8th one, right? Now we're in order block territory. So I think we have 8 confirmations on NAS on why this should buy up. Also, people, I know my mentor likes to call this a breaker block right here, this candle. This is what broke it, right? And this is on a 1 hour time frame. He would come down to a smaller time frame and actually find the candle. So if you look at this 30-minute, this is something I don't really show you guys too often, but you see how this candle, he would be targeting this area right there. That's where the market broke off. But then you see this long candle down. So I think most people would be targeting this area right here, where I personally would just wait a little bit. And I see this wick down. So maybe this wick right here needs to get filled. Okay. Which is right on the 88.6 fib. I can see the little line right there. So, and then also our price is sitting right here, basically filling the wick as we are speaking now. So if you haven't taken a NAS entry, now would be a good time to take the NAS entry. Yeah. What fire punch black, Nico and Rice. What up? So yeah, you got to learn how to fish, right? Um, so there it is. There would be a good time for an entry right now on the Nasty Nas. 30 is 30. Again, we're about to hit stop loss, I'm sure, on that first entry that I took. We're about 4 or 5 pips away. I'm not really sure how far away we are. It looks like my broker is locked up. So let me close this. This happens. It's a web-based broker, and I'm streaming live. So sometimes it wants to glitch up. No big deal. Just re-enter. And I'm still in there. But let me bring this large. And so you guys can see. Bingo. Yeah, I'm pretty close right here to hitting the stop loss. But I have my other entry sitting right there. So it's all good in the hood. That's what I get. That's what I get for not waiting for liquidity to be taken. The number one rule of my strategy, not number one, but a big rule of my strategy is this liquidity needs to get taken out first. And I didn't wait for it. I try to take the trade right there. And say that's what I get. That's what I get for playing on the smaller time frames, and not being patient like I should have been. Because let's just delete some of these fibs. Okay. We're playing, this is the fib we're playing in now. So we'll just move this to right there so we can still see the fibs on. But actually, we already have it marked off, so we don't need to look at that no more. What I was doing, what I did incorrectly was do this. Okay. Because there's really no liquidity that has, it's too close, right? This is really not, this area right here is really not liquidity. This area is. That's the big order block right there. So I should have waited for it to get broken and then take the entry like I'm doing now. So, hey, sometimes get a little risky, and it bit me in the ass. It's all right. Sometimes you got to be a little risky. Oh, there's the real entry sitting right down here. I mean, you're not wrong to take the entry right there at 39,234. That's not where my entry is though. My entry is at 39,176. 39,176. Basically, you fib this. As you guys know, I've shown you 9 times now. Fib that. There's where the extension is. 39,174. I'm at 39,176, close enough. And it is what it is. So pending entry. If I, maybe I change it 176. No, that's fine because that's 2 pips higher than 174. So I'll leave it there. So I'm at 139, 176. Right there. Good to go. Gold stalling. There's no news today. No real news, if you ask me. So yeah, speaking of news, let's just check that out. All right. So we've got economic calendar. So this is what the news looks like. So Jolt jobs opening, that's in 41 minutes. So hopefully that will give us the push. Look, guys, we're in fucking election season. And so the people who make these numbers are also the people who are in power, right? You think they're going to come out and start saying the economy's shitting the bed right before the presidential election when the Democrats want to get back in? I don't think so. I think they're going to fucking fake the numbers. And I think they're going to try to make it look like we're red hot when, whatever. You can decide if you're red hot or not. You can decide if you think the economy is red hot. See, it doesn't seem like inflation's slowing down. Prices are still through the fucking roof. Gas is still through the fucking roof, but whatever. So for me, I don't think that they're going to let the market tank anytime soon. That's why I'm extremely bullish still. Nothing has shown us that we're not bullish. I mean, if you look at gold's usually a safe haven, right? So when the indices start to go off, you start buying gold. Well, look at gold, man. From October 22, it's at 1,600. It's just straight up. I mean, for the last year and a half, it's just through the roof. And this is February of this year. And look at how much fucking crazy that is. 1984 all the way to 2269. Like, just crazy. And then you look at NASDAQ. If that's not bullish, I don't know what the hell is. Right? Look at 30 through the roof. So they're not going to let this market take off right before the election. I don't see it happening. Oh, now, let's look at this. I did not look at this before, but look at this. This is the kissing candles that you guys hear me talk about. Look at this area right here on the dirty 30. And this is another supply resistance turn into support area. So if we put our drawings back on here, yeah, we are now clear of this wick. So our stop loss is below this wick. We're also playing, I said order block here, but really you could also say you're playing the kissing candle right there. There's the double kissing candle, which is right where we're at. So that's kind of cool. I just noticed that. I should be looking at all time frames. My bad. And then again, the same order block is the same kissing candle here on the daily. We're playing that. And yeah. Let's go into the smaller time frames to see what's really going on. We're in drawdown. Jesus, man, look at that. I can't believe it's taking off, just tanking that much. It's like, this is fucking nuts. I don't think I'm gonna lose this trade. Obviously, that's why I got in it. But if I do lose that trade, I'm not getting back in again. It's 2 shots on NASDAQ in one day. That's all I'm doing. I got one more bullet left for US30, and I'm already in a gold trade. So those are just got to do what those are going to do. I mean, we are just micro pips away from losing that fucking US30 trade. And of course, I'm back in drawdown again. So basically, the entire profit that I had on this funded account is basically fucking evaporating in front of our face right now. It is what it is. I was up 4%. And if I close out everything right now, I'll be up 1% or a little less than 1%. So we took a couple L's. It's all good. We'll make it back. Make it back. That's what I get, because yesterday I was like, well, I need to fucking find some, I don't want to wait. I think it was I just didn't want to wait. I was like, this is the area, but I was seeing that before I was being too patient, and I was just, these trades were just going and then going and going, and I was missing a lot of trades because I was being super patient. And I went back and said, you know what, I'm gonna be a little more aggressive and see if I can't catch these trades. And well, that's what happens. That's what happens. See how I was waiting for this liquidity to get taken out down here, and it never did. And so I was like, you know what? I see this here. Let's just play the smaller time frames. And on the smaller time frames, the only thing I was really missing, honestly, was the RSI. So on this trade here yesterday, I mean, just about everything was there. I had liquidity on top. I had the bottom. I had the top. I had liquidity sitting here. So I played the Fibonacci up, down, break liquidity, and go. Right? There's liquidity and go. But the market said, no, we're not done yet. And it needed more liquidity. It needed to break all this down here. So that's what it's doing. Yeah, swing. Got to get in the batter's box and swing the box, and swing the bat. So it's all good. I was just wishing that it would reject by now. This is the trend line. Again, the 30-minute candle hasn't closed. The hour candle obviously hasn't closed. So I mean, we want to see this hour candle close up here. And then on US30, I just hit stop loss. Fuck me. All right. Well, again, there's big L's today. We're down 2% today. All right. The thing says we can't lose more than 4% in one day. And so we need to really start looking now. We don't want to lose because we lost 4% in one fucking day. So we're at 2%. Let's look at our stop losses here. There's another almost 1%, and there's another 0.5%. So if we lose that, and that, maybe this is a situation where we don't feel this. Yeah, if we lose all these trades today, the Nasdaq we have open, the gold, and the pending US30, we lose all these today, we'll lose the challenge. We'll be 4% in one day. So I need to be cognizant of that as we trade. Just lost the 30 trade. Happens, guys. There it is, live. You saw it, and that's what I get for not waiting for this liquidity to be taken. But now, here's the trade right there. We're going to be patient and wait for this 88.6 to get hit. There it is, right there. There's the 88.6. We're just above it, and yep, that sucks. It is what it is. Any comments? No comments. No one's commenting today. Let's try these banners. Let's try these banners. Okay, let's try that, and let's hit this right here. Bingo! Yeah, look at the banners, boys. Let's go. Let's go. Let's edit this one. Yeah, boy. There we go. All right, so let's check on our Nasdaq trade that we're in. Let's go to these smaller time frames to figure out what the hell's going on with this divergent. So it hasn't given us anything on the 5, which is horrible. Really wanted that to give us a divergent on the 5, and this is broken through. So we don't have jack shit as far as convergence is concerned, except for on the 1 minute. The 1 minute, I really would like to see this break. And so if we're looking for, I mean, let's really get in here and look at these fucking candles right now. I mean, it would need to at least break here for us to feel better. Break, down, go. You need it to break at least this area. but really it hasn't done jack squat except for just sell off and grab liquidity. So we are taking a super, super aggressive entry. And the bad thing is this is healthy market flow. The only thing that's not healthy market flow is this gap right here, that fair value gap right there. But besides that, this is all legit. This is all legit market flow. The back and forth, you know, this is Asian session. I get it. It's not New York, but we've only had really one drop or only one gap. This has got to be it. Oversold, divergent. It's not pretty. It's not what I want to see. I like to see it more peaky like this, right? And this is just straight down. It's not peaks. So if you move this to where the RSI is the most oversold, right? That's not a peak. It's just continue to bleed. So it's not what I like to see. It's not the trade that I like to see. Everything else is good to go. I would have wish it would have started to show some other type of some better RSI diversion. So maybe it's just not ready yet. Gold's still just screwing around. Again, this also doesn't make me happy with gold. Gold should have left. That should have been the liquidity grab. I know we're pre-market, but it should leave. So the next couple of minutes, we're gonna know what's really going on. We got 2 minutes, and then after about 10 or 15, maybe 10 minutes is market being open. I gotta take my daughter to school. She's got to be there at 9 o'clock. So we've only got a few. So I basically, as a trader, my job is done really for the day. It's 8:29 in the morning. The only thing I'm going to have to do then is just manage the trades. But I've done my homework. I've gotten to the trades. I've lost a couple of trades. Those 2 trades were taken yesterday. They weren't even taken this morning. That's what I get for taking trades on a Monday. It is what it is. And took them on a smaller time frame when I shouldn't have. So 9 people, what up, 9 people? We are live trading 30 NAS and Goldie. Hope you guys are here. Hope you guys are smashing that subscribe button. And oh yeah. Well, hope that NAS trade works out there for you, Mr. Rice. Hopefully you didn't get into it too early like I did yesterday, and you're getting into it today. I think we had 8 different confluences of why this thing should pop off. But market does what the market's going to do sometimes. The only thing I wish we would have had is a better divergent. And we're not there yet. It's still just tanking. And so I just showed it. We don't have any sort of divergent. Um, the only piece that we're missing, but we are oversold. So we're gonna see. Okay, is this market open? There's market open. What you gonna do? Let's look and see what 30 is doing. What really is gonna suck is if I don't take this 30 trade right now and it doesn't fill my entry. Look at that wick down right into the 88. Look at NAS wick the 88. The fucker loves the 88, dude. The NASDAQ, if you don't know anything else, and the NASDAQ and the 30 love the 88, and it just wicked it perfectly. Now, I'm not saying let's delete this. I'm not saying that it's not going to come back down and break the 88, but that was a perfect touch, dink dink on the 88. That's 215. That's a 15-minute candle wick and gone. See, there it is, right back on it right now. So if you haven't taken a NAS trade, there's your 88 entry. 30, I wouldn't. Okay, come on, 30. Let's fucking fill me in. So I'm a few pips away from this 30 filling me in. I don't know. You tell me, guys. You should take it now or wait. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. And look at the art. See the divergence, right? On the 15-minute, we are divergent. I mean, it is divergent. I'm not saying it's got to be all the way down here, but it is divergent. So, do we wait for this 30 trade? What's our lot size on the 30? Pinning orders. We have a 0.4 open positions. Should I take this right now, guys? Just manually take it. 30 new order. I always do this, and I always end up kicking myself like, "Why didn't I just wait?" Yeah, fuck it. Since we're live and I need to be a good influencer, not that I'm an influencer, but I need to be true to myself. I need to be true to what I'm saying. I'm gonna wait and see if this will just fill me in. I mean, but all the things are there. It's just that it's just a fucking hella bearish right now. So it's telling me that I'm in here on my trading view, but it's not on my broker. It's not there yet. I'm taking this fucking live. Uh, all right. I just bought US30. I'm deleting my pending order now. Okay, so I'm in US30 right now. My stop loss I called out before was 38,960. 30. Let me make sure I have this all dialed in. US30 38,960. 38,960. Save. Alrighty. I'm in. NASDAQ. We're already in NASDAQ, but we're in drawdown on NASDAQ. And we're in gold, and we're in drawdown on gold as well. Son of a biatch. How the fuck am I in drawdown on all three of these? 2 buys and 1 sell. So our 30 entry was good. We're in profit on 30. And we're hanging out on NASDAQ. NASDAQ's hanging out. Maybe it's pushing up now. Let's look at NASDAQ. There's the 88 entry. I just took the entry a little early. US30. All right, we need to see a push on these fuckers. And again, I don't really give a shit what the news says because I don't really care. Not the news hasn't even opened yet, and these are just Fed speeches that no one really cares about. Bowman Williams. I mean, I don't even know who these people are. We do have NFP coming up on Friday. Non-farm payrolls. Alrighty. We're going to draw down on all three of these. Goldilocks is in the middle of nowhere. I guess we'll just watch. Actually, let's just do this. What am I thinking? Here we go. Okay, so we've got both of these now. Now we can watch them. Why didn't I think of that earlier? I just noticed I have a moving average on this RSI. Kind of weird. I don't normally use the moving averages. Look how oversold it is. It's on the 1 hour. It's on the 30-minute. How oversold it is on the 30-minute. Alrighty, there it is. Let's see if there's anything in the chats. Oh, tap TL. He's in a gold trade from last night. Another position this morning. Good job. Tap that trend line. What do you recommend to break even? No, I don't break even. I don't break even. So here's my theory on that. If I'm going to go into drawdown and my trade comes back to break even, I just went through all the pain and all the suffering of the drawdown. And so if I'm going to get out of the trade at break even, then I take all the risk, but I give myself no chance for reward. And I don't like that. If I'm going to go through drawdown, I'm going to let that fucker go until it has some profit, right? Maybe I reevaluate. Maybe I don't go for my full profit. Maybe I go for a different take profit, but I'm going to have to at least give myself to take some profit. I was comfortable with the trade before I got into it. And if it hits the stop loss, it hits the stop loss. It is what it is. I'm not over leveraged. You guys see it. I'm like 1%, sometimes a little less than 1%. Yeah. Hey, I don't get into trades then move them to especially if I'm a drawdown. If I'm a drawdown, I don't move the trade into break even. Very rarely, unless let's say I take like a half a lot. I go in a drawdown and then I enter a second position like at a full lot, right? Because now I have a smaller stop loss. The leverage is different. Then I will maybe move that first position into break even because now I'm in a bigger lot size at a lower position and I would have been a profit on that second entry, right? So then I can deleverage myself, which is good. I can do that. But if I'm in one position and it goes in a drawdown, I'm not breaking even. Now, if I'm in a position and it's in profit and then I go to shave profit off, I take a partial, then I'll break even, right? So um I'm not 100% complete ride or die. It has to hit total TP or has to hit total stop loss. But I definitely do not break even if I'm in drawdown. There's no way that I'm going to put myself in all that pain and suffering and not at least give myself a chance to hit profit. No way in hell. And which is good because you know what? Those are the trades that I end up smashing. I don't smash all of them, but I'll at least end up. Again, I'm not going to get into a trade and not give myself at least the opportunity to make some money. All risk, no reward. No, I'm good. I don't want to do that. Alrighty. It's 8:39. We're 10 minutes. I gotta take my daughter to school any minute now. My wife has a meeting. Look at this fucking NASDAQ, dude. Come on. It's just, maybe it's just one of those days. Maybe it's just one of those days. Um, and I definitely don't want to have one of those days today because I'm already down this fucking thing's closed. I'm already down a little over 2%. And in the challenge, you can't lose 4% in one day. So, and now I've got open 30. So I need to do the math. I can't lose more than another 2%. So on this one, that's 1%. Maybe I need to descale out of the US30 a bit. On the NASDAQ, that's almost 1%. And on Goldie is like a little more than a 0.5%. Jesus, gold. Fucker. Mm. So maybe I need to scale down on these a bit. So if I'm going to remove, where are my take profits at? So let's remove. We're gonna have to let Goldie. Goldie's gonna fucking. But here's the thing, they've all been moving in the same direction. So if Goldie's about to take off, Nasdaq and 30 should also be taking off. They've all been moving in the same direction, which is completely not normal. Doesn't normally do that. What should I do? I need to deleverage. There's no doubt about it. So I'm going to deleverage out of US. Which one do I feel less confident in the gold one? So if I take the L, if I take this L on gold right now, I'm at 2.5%. Which means I only need so I got to deleverage these other ones too. Good shit. And I have the biggest lot size here. So let me just deleverage. I'm going to close 0.1 there. So now my stop loss is there. I'm deleveraging out of my NASDAQ and my 30. So now I'm at that. I should probably do some math to make sure I have this correct. Get the calculator out. Again, I don't want to lose this fucking trade. I don't want to lose this challenge on one day. Losing 4% is fucking ridiculous. You should never do that. So this is Let's just call it. Yeah, I'm still over leveraged. But that's if I hit total stop loss on gold. And maybe I need to shave a bit off of gold. Decisions. What do you think, guys? I mean, gold's kind of I'm just going to close this gold, which is it's a mistake. I really think this is going to sell off. Nas is selling. What would you guys do? Nas is selling 30, selling. I've got to deleverage one of these positions. It seems like gold is in a good spot to sell. But man, it's so close to being knocked out. I'm gonna have to deleverage the gold. All right. Taking some L's, taking some L's, but it's all good. So now my 2.4% L for the day, 2.4%. So let's say, so that's how much I can lose now. All right. We're still in the red. Still in the red. Still over leveraged. Still over leveraged. I want to leave this gold open. We're just getting our asses kicked right now on Nasdaq, and fuck, man. I mean, maybe this is one of these days where you just close the Nasdaq and walk away. Like, fuck it. Just one of those days. You don't want to get. I mean, just look at that momentum on Nasdaq. Look at that momentum on Nasdaq, just absolutely fucking tanking. And look at all this liquidity up top. The buy's there somewhere. Is it going to hold this order block? Not looking good. With that much momentum, it's not looking good. Let's go back to the big screen and see if we can look at this NAS and see if it's any sort of indication of it fucking coming off. A 5 minute. I mean, you're starting to bottom out on the RSI and the smaller time frames. Okay, I gotta bring my daughter to school. If I lose this funded challenge today, it is what it is. Fuck it. Protect and wait for the day you remove Yeah, I did shave some. Makes some sense. Close one and try again tomorrow. Yeah, it'd be but see, the problem is you're closing right when these fuckers are about to turn around, and so I'm gonna have to let. I mean, these are gonna, dude. If I lose all three of these trades today, then I lose the challenge. Fuck it. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. The problem was that I took those trades yesterday, and it was not so much my decision making today as far as getting in these trades today. It was the ones that I took yesterday, and hey, fuck it, ride or die. All right, I'm taking my kid to school, and if I lose the challenge, I'll just fucking enter another one. It is what it is. This is why, this is why I trade the funded accounts, because if I make a mistake, then it is not a big deal. I can just enter another challenge, then start over and bang that one out, and it is what it is. I mean, yeah, I mean, you're totally right. If I just close one of these positions right now, and then say screw it tomorrow. Come back tomorrow. I mean, look at gold. Gold's not stopping, man. It should have left the market. Gold should have left the market by now. I'm closing the gold out. It still doesn't put me in the clear, because now I'm down 2.6%. And there's seven. Taking. I'm out of gold. I closed gold. Fuck it. I'm taking my kid to school. I'll come back in an hour and refresh on it. Just let these things do their things. This is sometimes you don't want to overanalyze it. All right, guys, I'm out. Not the best day of trading, but this is how it goes when you trade, and this is why I live trade, so you guys can see. It is what it is. Sometimes this shit happens, so it's not always glitz and glamour. It's not always banging these fat fucking profits. The trades are there. The ideas are there. It's just that sometimes the market does this, and it grabs liquidity. The market's hunting. But hopefully this is the order block in which it's hunting, and we see it turn around now. So, all right, guys, take my kid to school. I'll post some shit on the Discords, how these trades end up in stream.